Well, hello everyone and welcome yourselves back in to Lemonville in Kaiserpunk, baby. The Brits are at it, trying to retake our homeland, and I've come up with a little bit of a story based on that. And let me just come out to the world map. At the end of World War I, we were banished from the British Isles. Just bear with me, alright? Banished to Central Europe because some invading force had come from the north to take over all of Britain whilst we were out fighting in Europe, so we need to muscle ourselves back. Now, we're deploying our ships over here anyway. That's my backstory, alright? And we are just kind of having a look at what's about over here. As far as I'm concerned, it's not that strong, so we get a pretty good naval force. We might be able to do a bit of damage to this before we even send over anyway. And then we obviously are going to... Well, I don't want to attack that yet. I just want to make sure. So, if we grab these guys, we also got to deploy our forces, because if you remember in the last one, we did have a crash, unfortunately, which did break stuff. Just going to pause it up so you can see it. I have tidied a few things up now, so you'll see there's a bit more room. Look at the factory area. I've moved the wood out and kind of lined them up. So we've got printing presses all along here, as well as our paper mills. So all looking a little bit better. And then we've got cellulose on the back there. There's also additional. We've got clothiers and additional ones that can be built, including the weavers over here. So all looking good there. And then appliances are being built here. Now I've put wood over here. So we've got a bit of a blueprint. I am going to build this fire station. So we've got that one in. This is covering a wood area and I built a third one here. So we're all good. Somewhat. And I rebuilt this water here and I'm going to get the upgrades in. So I need to let it run because we're actually out of water based on everything that's going on. So trying my best to get it kind of where we want to be. So the lack of water obviously is going to be a problem. But that's fine. We'll get in as much as we can. And in terms of utilities, we are just trying to push to utilities 8 to get that one in. There is no more waters on our map, so we're having to make do. We also have concrete we want to get set up over here as well, and the usual, we've got extra. Well, we've got our coal power plant for one, which is great, so I'm going to try and get that one upgraded as well. It costs bricks, but we'll keep the power consumption really good. Just keeping a close eye on our refineries here, so I'm getting these upgraded. These are our diesel related products as well, so everything is good over here. Let me show you the stock at the moment. So newspapers on a -1. Fine garments, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is really, really good. So yeah, just newspapers and telephones, which we can't make just yet anyway. So in terms of the printing press, then we actually do have enough to keep going. So I can satisfy that need by upgrading some of these. They're not fully upgraded. We've got 2 that aren't in there because I accidentally deleted one and put a new one in. And we're all good. Yeah, out on the world map, we're going to keep reinforcing as much as possible before we attack. So we've got 17 hours on that one. And then up here, we're still producing our guns. And we are training some pretty good stuff here. So we've got the infantry tanks coming in. Then we've got our light infantry. So we are creating the rifles for these. They're going to take a little bit of time, but that's okay. We're going to keep deploying them as much as we can whilst we pump out rifles. So this factory itself is making some. So all in all, we're pretty good. We're like really full on all our stock as well, which is really nice. Let's come in to our research and let's go into utilities here. So I think we trade for some utilities to get the water purification plant because that is going to be a problem. So we're going to go probably into one of these deals and see what we can trade for this. So we're going to go science deal. And I am honestly going to give up my... Well, we don't want to give up that. We don't want civics. We actually need utilities. So we're going to try and pull as many as we can with what we have. So that military that we're trading, I'm going to give up 14 of those. We're still trying to level that one up. I'm going to give up some civics, not loads. I don't think we're going to be able to grab that many, if I'm honest, actually. Let's try 150. This is per day, by the way. Each of these trades are per day. Keep that in mind. I'm also okay with trading in all the transport. A bit more agriculture. We just need to get it to green. And I can put theirs a little bit higher in trade for some of these. So that should be all right. Let's sign that deal. 160 per day. Let's go for 160 per day. Let's go 10 days. Sign the deal. 10 days, that's 1,600 in that tree in 10 days, which utilities, obviously we're going to gain some as well, but we actually need more than that, 1,700 plus what we're going to get there. So we'll be well into level 7 at least with that trade, so that's good. We'll continue building. In terms of happiness, you know, in the last one, so we've got 99% on laborers, we've got 93% on manufacturers, and then we've got technicians, which we were working on. So technicians have some heavier needs. We are making juice, and so basically their food needs are met. We're working on juice at the moment. Then we need telephones and fine garments. Not a problem. And then health and safety is not a lot we can do until we unlock the next lot, which is prison and university. TV station is an additional bonus. I think we can do that for these guys, actually. So there is an additional bonus of a record label for these guys. So, honestly, it's like a music shop, is it? We're working on that. I think we can get a radius. I honestly want to move one of these guys out and just decorate one in here. So I think that's exactly what we do. We go pretty central here. We get you over there. Although, actually, no, we'll move you this way. The reason I'll move this way is because we've got some of the industry stuff over here. And I'm going to put the record label in here. So we'll blueprint that. Then we'll just get some trees around it. I know we're still working on some of the trees and that, but just get some of these guys around here. There we go. And we'll get that one in the middle. So we'll have that record label. Really, I should be moving these guys out and getting the other stuff in. I'll slowly tidy them up as and when anyway to try and make this area somewhat more desirable. Our global stock is booming right now, but water is a problem. So we may be able to turn some things off. And I'm thinking we pause a cotton field for a bit or two. We can do that until they run out. So that gives us quite a few there. Because of water. So water is a problem. And apparently so is diesel. So I need to up my diesel. There we go. And we're just working up a bit of the bricks and stuff here as well, which is coming in nicely. That should be the diesel numbers now, though. There we go, +1. So we might need more diesel refineries as well. We're obviously going to need loads of them, but until I get the water, there is really nothing we can do. So we probably want to build into utility. So we just want to build them out, essentially, like a diesel power plant. It just gives you points. Gives us those developmental points per turn. So the other thing is just to hammer out loads of windmills just for the development points. I'm trying to come up with something. I think it's just easier. So we have the second bit of wind, yeah, over here. So we've got a fire station here. That's the reason why. So I'm going to build some. Don't necessarily need them, but it gives us those extra points per day. And honestly, I have no problem with that going in either. So that gives us obviously plenty of this to work with, but also gives us per day the extra utilities. We're almost level 7, as you can see, and we get 311 at the moment per day. So realistically, what do we need? 3,900, give or take. So, well, whatever that is. It's quite a few days. So until we get the water, which is going to be a problem. So we'll keep turning things on and off to try and balance it. Actually, you know what? The orchards itself, it's only the orchard that's taken a hit. I wonder if we could turn that off temporarily. Or the main thing is we just can't build much more. So that'll give us 40 back. You know? Go out on the map though. Let's check in. Right, these guys should be good to attack West Balkans here. So we're not going to beat them first time, like I say, but that is okay. We can reinforce them afterwards. Because we obviously get our guns involved as well, which is quite nice. So, pretty weak. We've killed one of their guns as well. We'll let that replenish. And we'll continue to deploy in. Now, we are deploying the Navy as well. I need to prepare you. It's worth noting that you also need to come in and actually reinforce anything that is a problem here. And look at that, 41%. Our first bit of infantry coming in, we're reinforcing with those as well. So, pretty... Well, it's not a strong land force, but it's okay. You know, so we're pretty good. And I'm going to get the record label in. So I'm honestly after loads of money. Negative cash flow will be gone in a moment. I just want this. That does take water, actually, which is a problem. It does improve their morale, though, so they should be pretty happy with that one. If we take a little look at it, though, we obviously put some trees around it. It looks kind of cool. Record label there. Sale, minus 20%. It actually fits in really nicely with those. Absolute clog worthy over there. And I will obviously tidy all these up eventually. Some of the houses with the insufficient water there. I think we do go ahead and turn one of these off. That will, how much is that going to impact our money though? So that takes us to -6 with that off. I think that's fine because the only ones that are concerned about this is these guys for the fruit juices, which they'll have it for a while anyway. I think we're making enough, so that's fine. -6 is something we have to deal with. The only other thing is to go around and just double check that we've got all of our water things upgraded. And there's one we haven't, so actually I can get this back into a plus. Hey, there we go. I forgot that I got these over here, so that's actually fine. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to hinder my own progress. That's really good. As you can see now, planks don't seem to be too much of a problem. What do we have there? Damaged building. I think it's a power one. And then the other side of it is we are still working on the concrete as well. Coal mine. Coal mine. Let's get these upgraded as well. Coal. With that power plant, we do need to make sure we're pulling quite a few of these out. So that's good. And then, yeah, concrete. We've got the cement factory, but we actually need the concrete mixer. Or it doesn't really matter, actually. I think we can get both done. There are 90 bricks between them, but we do want to be producing the cement when possible, because that's one of our next production lines that we're going to need as well. And I'm going to start upgrading some of them with reduced running costs and thingies like that, because it is going to work out a little bit cheaper. And honestly, you can make loads of money anyway. The plan is to make like absolute millions. We've got a fire though. We don't have a direct fire station over here, but he is on his way. I can see him right there. Yeah, he's on his way over there as well, so we're all good. Now, I'm going to come into the market and just double check if there's anything else we want to do. Again, I can have these in a position where we are buying and selling. I actually think I want more wood in a surplus here, just to make sure. So that's good. Handguns are good. Make sure our army's happy. I think we can keep deploying to this one to get as many units as we can. So we got a 30. Oh wow, we can absolutely take that out with our boats. Look at that. Those aren't good against our ships at all. So absolutely fine. Look at that. Units go down, man. Get some XP as well. It does say defeat, but we're fine. We've taken out their army. Good stuff. And then we can get those killing that one next turn as well. How about you? You're reinforced now, aren't you? Let's go ahead and hit this one up. So a little bit of HP. It's going to be 2 turns, I think, to take it out. Either way, we'll take the tanks and just try and do as much as we can to this and get the XP up as well. So each is going to help, right? Not that I know too much. I think we've only got one more gun left. So that's good news. Every unit's deployed and we're looking good. I think we should probably... All close range damage taken in this region is halved. Entrenchment. That's quite good. As you can see, we got quite a nice surplus of stuff going as well. So plenty of ammunition. Absolutely love it, man. It's great fun. You guys putting that out. Those units coming in as well. Good. I think we want to probably push out with light tanks soon. I'm not even sure we can make them yet. Light tank, rubber, and then vehicle factory. Oh no, we can. Steel. Was I already producing them then? Get rid of that. It turns out, I think we can make some light tanks here. Don't know how many to make, so I'm just going to put in... How much is a squadron of light tanks? 50. Okay, we're going to need 25 in each then. Should probably go with a bit more of a surplus, actually, because I feel like if we do 50 in each, we've got to be really careful of resources whilst we're pumping these out there, and obviously we're making a bunch of corvettes, but we'll go for 100 there. Have a look at what we're doing in our navy over here as well. So we're still making 25 corvettes. That's good. We're going to queue up... Oh, destroyers, man. I wonder if we can make destroyers now. What is the destroyer chain? Oh, wow. Yep, let's cancel these. Let's make some destroyers. How many destroyers was it for thingy? We want pretty good navy, don't we? That is 3 destroyers. Let's get 2 destroyer units queued. Let's go with 9, so we've got what we need. And then out on the map, we're going to continue on, hopefully, attacking this. So we should... It's anti-militia, so it can't really do anything. We've just got to work it down for a bit with our ships. And I'll keep reinforcing. Hopefully we'll get the destroyers. Trying to take back the British Isles, you know. I think it's important. Good. Can't send those over yet. What about you guys? How are you doing? You ready to go again? I think you are. Oh, they'll have 8 HP on the next one. We'll get the reinforcement done again afterwards as well. I really want to take West Balkans here, though. This will be really good because then we've got this area and I can start pushing into the Balkans and stuff here. I really don't want to go towards the Russians yet, though, if I'm honest. We'll get these guys reinforced, but yeah, we can get that going. Now, I think we're in a position where... Well, I'm just going to upgrade these, actually, because if something comes... We don't have Iberia yet. We have loads in there. Look at that anti-infantry in there. The only one we don't have is the ship control. I think the long-range guns help with that, though. But yeah, we want to get our upgrades in. So, this one, fish, lead, steel, and living. Honestly, might just go for the tax. Although it's not even worth it. I feel like the tax should be in here. Get a tax office? I think I'm going to get a tax office built is our third building in here. And then I'm just going to up the amount we have. Another gun in each as well. We're almost off cooldown here as well. I'm so excited to get my corvettes in, man. But in the meantime, we do need to keep an eye. Things will get bad as we pump out units. So we do need to be careful. Food rations being one of them. Lumber being another. Okay. And that's because we're making quite a bit. So what we can do, there is a lumber yard over here that is making lumber, which I need to move over. So we can essentially get... I'm going to keep these quite tight here. So that's enough. I can't build there, but I can build on these two. So I'm going to go like that. Then we may need another depot. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough to service all of these. If I'm honest, we do have this one over here, actually, that does reach them. So if we get the cars in this one, yeah, we're fine. We can utilize that. And then we should be pretty good. That's our... What was it? That was the wood, wasn't it? The next was the... Ooh, artillery shells. So it's all going to get a bit out of hand if we're not careful when you do too many. You're doing guns. You're doing food rations. So if we upgrade this, although, honestly, just upgrade with running costs here. So we've got brass, steel, 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 and steel. So I think we want another food rations one and another ammunition. Ammunition's here. It's not leveled up either. Let's get a few upgrades in there. And then artillery as well is already upgraded. So I think we need two more, one of each. So we'll get artillery, munitions. We'll get two more in there. Let's make sure the depot is upgraded. We'll get another loading ramp. And then a running cost. I think I might get one more. There's quite a lot here. Although I think that's enough for these right now. So we'll get that going. Enemy army could be near. Okay. Oh, they've pulled some guns in now. A pretty weak army, though, if I'm honest. We are much stronger. They have decided to try and reinforce. Interesting. Can we take you out? Gonna hit that one again. We're just going to keep hitting them until we get what we need here. I still need to figure out what the XP does. But yeah, we'll just work that one down nice and quick. This one, I don't know if I want to commit to this. We can deploy our better soldiers in. I do kind of. War with this faction. Who owns this then? Persian Lion. Hold on. Ah, we might need to chill. We've got to deal with you at the moment. Okay, he's on our borders now. So this is a major faction now, so we do need to be careful. That's fine. We have the stronger army. It's just mass field guns. They're not that great, so we might be worth us coming to Iberia. There's no way he can do any damage to us. So yeah, we'll just kind of reinforce this over and over. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll keep reinforcing that, and then we'll go again. I think our destroyers are going to be good to come out soon, though. If I'm honest. Last corvette, and then it's going to be the destroyers. I think we're... Yeah, we haven't made any yet. First one's coming in. I'm so excited. Okay, global stock limit reached on that one. Cool. So now we have the water then. We can officially go a little bit further. Unpause this bad boy and get those guys working again. And then we could push for the next ones here. So let's have a look what we have here. Now what I want to do is make sure it's not something that is going to be too strenuous. So telephone, for example, let's see what that requires. That requires plastics. Plastics requires oil, cellulose, and a plastics factory. So if we get a plastics factory over in our ugly zone, this is so dangerous fire-wise, isn't it? This needs water and power. Water and power. I might move you over then. No, that's fine. We need a water tower. We need them this way anyway, so let's do it. And a substation. Cool. So this one then will be able to create some plastics for us. Then from plastics, we'll be able to start making the rest. So crude oil is maxing out pretty well. And then I also need another diesel factory. So what I'm going to do is, unfortunately, these guys, the way they are, I think we have to do them like this. I'm just going to get another 2 here. A little road coming from this one. Get in there. I hope you're still enjoying the game though, guys. I am loving it. It's actually really good when you get into it. Oh, yeah, we'll bump up the diesel. We're good there. And then plastics, I think we're fine. Then you are okay. Coal power plant is loving life. It's pretty cheap to run, actually, from what I can see. Get back out on the world map. How are you doing? Feel good. We'll keep deploying. What do you have? 21 attack. Anti-militia. Yep. It's a minor settlement, so we want to take that as much as possible. And then we're going to have to get naval forces out to push elsewhere. So I'm just going to push this as hard as I can. We're going to take a bit of a hit here, but we should still win as we go through. So conquering that one's a good shout. Okay, they did pull back out of West Balkans, so they must have been taking it as well. So he's pushed all the way from up this way. He has all this as well, so he is kind of surrounding us. I think Eastern Europe's still up for the taking right now, but that's as good as it's going to get. I'm going to hit this once more. I say once more. I think it's going to take about 9 or 10 hits to be able to take this one down with the ships until we get the big boys. I don't know if it heals. I know we killed one. Good. So, let's look to get the upgrades in on these then. Apennine. Again, we've got loads of guns, so it's kind of hard for them to push us. This is grapes, zinc, steel, and civics. I actually think I want to up the grapes on this one. Although reducing the cooldown of incoming armies could be pretty handy. Yeah, I think it's bricks, though. I actually want to up my brick amount. What do we have here? Tax office. Enemy army could be near. I can reinforce from out here. That's good. I can just hit it from here. I don't actually know what it costs. I think it just uses your goodies. So all good there. Pretty solid army. Right, let's get one of these done. Straight diesel then. And upgraded. Problem with the upgrades of these is it brick. Which is always going to be a problem, right? I don't think they need anything else. And this is going to be water, so we've got to be really careful that we don't use up all of that. You know, 704 plywood now. This is absurd. What I'm going to do is actually flip one of these over to lumber, which I should have done anyway. These guys are meant to be lumber, so let's get 2 of them over to that, because that's what we need for our weapons anyway. So I do apologize if I'm going quick on all the upgrades and stuff, but it is the same upgrade I'm getting anyway. It's the production amount per turn, so worth noting. All right, we're going to get 1 munitions factory with artillery. Honestly, I think that's going to be enough for those. And we really want to start using that cellulose anyway. Let's take a look at these guys. So obviously this one here, he's taken over me now. We are pushing this a little bit better now with fighting, so we're fine. Diplomatic, we are way ahead though. And then this one we are way behind as well. Don't laugh. All right, let's open this. Utilities, we're almost there, guys. So just about 1,800 and we will have our water pumps. So I could just absolutely push out all of our production chains really quick. So artillery shells we've just resolved. Fine garments and food rations. That was it. We need food rations, baby. So let's get some more factories here. So I'm going to try and squeeze these as best I can through here with the space we have, although they're not that good. We'll go power substation in here. I need more bricks as well. Let's just get these here though. Let's bring you around. That's going to be food rations. So we'll get that one next. And I'll also get that one upgraded. So they're really cheap to run anyway. So it's just bread and vegetables makes a food ration. Good. The next one is going to be making sure we have the backup of resources that keep using everything. Diesel still in a negative. So I'm going to go for bricks. Okay. So I think upping our brick production is going to pay a lot for us right here. And I think our bricks were over here, weren't they? Let's take a look at our brickwork right now. I think we can further upgrade both of these. Okay, we can't. So we need another clay mine. How good is clay, actually? Clay's plus 14. So essentially then we can get another brickwork in. I do want to double this up. We were being a little bit slow with these. So let's get that going. Now, we do need to work on some manufacturers, though. So let's go for some slightly better houses over here. And I think we just go around the back here. And we just get another row for now. I know it's not ideal. But as I say, I can tidy them up anyway later. So we'll just get a few high rises nearby. Again, we're going to be waiting for the bricks. So let's get these guys queued here. That'll do. That should cover everything we need here. And then the other ones I want to delete out as well. Mustn't forget to attack when I can as well. So as we weaken this, we should be fine. Cool. They're one less gun now. And you are going to hit that one. Hold on, before we do that, we can keep deploying our units. Okay, we're working it down still. I actually don't mind the fighting in this. It kind of makes sense as a grand strategy. It's a little bit like, not the most pretty, but it's fine. You know what I mean? So, pretty cool. I need to remember to keep hitting those attacks every day because cooldowns matter. We are absolutely smashing in the flow. It's what one of our waters has just run out, so we really need that level up, man. These guys going crazy. I think they've just taken over that one next to us as well. So got our 2 high rises done. Obviously, we have a major water problem, which we genuinely can't resolve until we get here. So what we on? We're all good. I think we need to try another trade here. So science deal, is that still going? No. So I'm going to max out this pretty high. I'm going to reduce you down. We're going to get this as quick as we can. I'm going to trade every bit of transport we have, or every bit that we can get of utilities on these guys. And we're going to go for, well, we only need it for 5 days, probably. There we go, 350 for 5 days. Let's sign that deal. Now, we're already on 44.7% of a decent thing with these guys, so that's good. Now, I'm not sure what happens when you go over. This is how you get the diplomacy victory, I think. I'm thinking, though, do with negotiating something with not utilities. Let's get rid of that. We can actually give up some of our living in exchange for... Do I want civics? Maybe. That's cool. We'll go for a 5-day with those as well. No harm in that. Mainly just trading science. That's been our biggest one. Because we really need that water, man. I'm pretty screwed until we can do it. So, which is going to affect our production values on most things. Like ale, you can see there. Diesel's going to be a problem. I mean, diesel's going to be a problem anyway, isn't it? But we're almost good with you. How's our unit doing? Keep reinforcing these as much as I can so we don't lose them. It uses up your goods in here, I just seen. So you've got to be careful with your reinforcements. You need a backup of all those units. So we can't reinforce the light infantry because they don't have any rifle spare, but we do have recruits. I got it. Mainly through technicians, actually. Water consumption minus 20 on these bricks. Look at that. I've just seen... Doesn't really save a lot, but I wonder if we could get that in most of the mine-related stuff. It's only going to help a little bit, but I'm going to keep copying warehouses as well, guys. So we're going to keep our sea stuff going here. So I'm not going to go any further than that now. We're going to block... I might block those up, actually. So we want them next to each other, the warehouses. And then the road, obviously, don't want a bridge. We get the key out to these guys. And then the road through there. Going to build this because it's going to help us with our general stock. And then the upgrades in here means a global stock limit for certain things like gases, standard resources, and construction resources. So it makes sense to be out of the docks, right? It's a warehouse. Now we're going to have health and stuff plummet until we can get this water done. So I'm just going to hold fire, I think. We're almost there, man. Almost there. So just a couple of days. Mustn't forget to keep attacking though as well. We're slowly working this down. British Isles could be mine. I don't know whether I need to send units on there if I can to be able to take it, you know. And I'm just looking when I have them leveling up. What does it do? Don't see any stat changes, if I'm honest. Let's hit this one now. So this is going to take a few hits to get this one done. I think two or three more turns, and this is ours. So I'm not going to reinforce them this time. But we've got to be careful of that soldier unit there, look. Because they are anti-infantry guns. Oh, look at that. We are 400 away. One more day. So I'm actually just going to speed through. It's not ideal, but I kind of want to go to war. I can't lie. What does he have? Just unit guns up here. He has... yeah, those guys. He has pretty rubbish sea. They're all corvettes, man. He doesn't really have... he has a pretty big corvette army there. But we're actually moving on to light tanks and destroyers right now. So we might be all right to go to war with him soon. Ah, what's this? Choose a trait. Your leader has been promoted. Choose a trait. Increase attack and defense in mountains per commander. Increase attack and defend in deserts, tundra, forest, urban, rural, and field. I might go... we're in the forest, right? Let's get him upgraded. This is for this battalion, by the way. That's pretty cool. So that's what they're ranking up with then. Next one's almost done as well. We'll have a second one in, which is really good. In terms of these guys, I'm pretty sure we have a hell of a lot to just keep reinforcing these. I don't have the field guns, so I think we queue up some field guns now to keep those guys alive. We are making tanks, which is fantastic, so I'm going to get some field guns on the go. Not loads, just a backup of like 40 in there when they're done with the tanks, you know. And then out on the world map, I just want to double check. Light tank 64. So we want to be getting one of those really, don't we? So this we want building, do we? Hold on. We more want to go for the upgrades in here for artillery. Get it through that. And then over here we want to be training the light tank unit, because we're going to get them in afterwards. Let's go again. So again, this unit's going to be weak. I don't mind if we lose that infantry squad, to be fair, because we're going to be pushing out another one and the light tanks. We just want to be breaking this down as much as we can, really. There we go. We're down to 1. So next attack should be good. What are you on now? 79. 2 more attacks here. I need to reinforce this one as well. We want a nice big naval force here. They're down to 1. Every unit deployed. I'm thinking about getting this and carry a battalion. I got the next diesel one, but again, it's going to be water. Have we hit it now? We have. Beautiful water purification. Let's go. This is the only thing that's going to save me here. So my guess is we're going to need this to sit. Yep. Oh, this is cool. We can have this sitting on these because it needs power. Oh, it needs concrete. Damn it. Right, we're going to get 2 of those in. So we need concrete. We're not actually producing any, but we do have the factories over here, which in turn is brick. So let's turn off something just so we can get this. Orchards, you going off. We are going to hit play and just try our best to get these out. The concrete first. I could buy it in, actually, which makes a lot of sense. Concrete. What I'll do is we'll prevent selling, and I'm going to go for 70. We've got plenty of money. We're actually making a lot too. You know what? I think I'm going to put brick order in here as well. You know what? I'm going to try and always have 100 bricks. Just makes sense. Probably should have done that sooner. And let's get the last couple of attacks on. Is this going to be mine now? It should be. Guns are gone. Is it mine? You are victorious. Yes. It's not mine. Can I get in there? Or do I need to go upgrade, then reinforce? So carry a single battalion. The other one's cement. I think I need to carry a single battalion, which requires corvettes. So let's come to here again. We're building on fire. I'm just going to ignore it for now. I'm going to allow the destroyer. Was that the destroyer? Did I just mess up? I did. Let's... I think that's everything, actually. We need some corvettes. So I'm thinking about... We don't get them back if I do that, do we? So we need to come in here. Going to get rid of that. We're going to go corvette. We need 4. And then we'll go back to the 6 destroyers. There we go. Please. And it looks like infantry. We're going to deploy. Let's go back out because we've almost taken this now. We've got to get it before he does. I think we take it this turn. Perfect. And British Isles has no defences on, so we do need to just take that with carrying a unit over and then probably dropping them off, is my guess. There's no way that didn't take it. Look at this HP. That sucks, man. Yeah. Not a lot we can do then. So what does this have? Grain, limestone, electrical parts. That could be pretty handy. Anyway, back to the concrete. There's 1, 2. Let me guess, that needs water. It does. Oh, damn it. Don't have enough power to run these. Here we do. We're fine. Okay, so you're not working properly. You will do in a moment once we have this in. So we're making some cement, which requires the limestone, which is gravel. Where's the limestone then? Oh, no. Am I not picking up limestone? Oh, I'm not. No. Okay. Interesting. I think it's all the way over here as well. Damn it, man. My guess then is this needs... It's not the end of the world, to be fair. I can get this done pretty quickly. Hopefully we can bring this back in. There we go. Okay, should be okay. We've got the labourers for the limestone, so we've got this going up here then. Should be fine. I'm an idiot. Didn't even think about limestone there. It's utilities 10 before I can do that. We are trading in utilities, so I can get all these upgraded as well. Okay, diplomatic. All good. And then we should be able to get this production going. So we are literally at the mercy of this before we can do that, which doesn't have a power substation. Good. Let's get it popping. So this one then is going to be in production. Good. And then it's the concrete. Then we can get water. Oh, man. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Okay. Iberia is mine, though, at least. Lovely. It is mine. Perfect. I'm going to go straight away for 6 infantry guns here. And we are going to leave this one to heal up. So we now have these areas. Now, this is clear for now. I'm going to bring these guys back just whilst we get the upgrade in. So we need 2 corvettes there for the landing ships. So, how are my landing ships doing? Almost got 1. Okay. Could obviously make more of these. We're great on global stuff. There might be something I can pause for water purposes. A little bit further, maybe. Main one's these guys, though. They are crazy, man. Just going to pause these so they stop asking for water. And then, how is my concrete? Do you have it in yet? Cement comes from you. You need the limestone. How's the limestone? He's coming. I might get a second limestone quarry here, actually. Yeah, let's do it. Second limestone quarry. Let's just get 2 of those guys pumping, because we're kind of hindered on that one. So we now have our cement coming in, and then hopefully our concrete once the cement is done. So good stuff. Now, whilst we wait, I know water is a factor, so it's going to affect a lot of these guys here that you see. And I can't do the upgrades until we get there. Now, we're buying in ale, so I'm not concerned about that one. I could also do the same with bread, but we have so much in surplus, I don't think it matters yet. Clothing, I could set a buy order for that one as well, just to keep my guys happy. Food rations we're okay on. Gramophones, though. Okay, we can, in fact, upgrade the gramophones that a little bit further. So let's go ahead and do that. It's a good start. They need water, though. That's why that is coming down. We can't necessarily do this. I'm going to remove the wood from the resource list. And I'm going to go ahead and, honestly, just pop a bit of bread in there. We're going to say no selling. I'm going to say if we get past a certain point, just buy some bread. There we go, because that's part of our food rations. And then the rest should be fine. As you see, everything is pretty full. How are you doing? Still nothing yet. How are you doing? I'm going to deploy my light tanks now, which excites me with these guys. Iberia is getting its guns up, which is nice. Don't know if we can connect. No, we can't. So we're pretty much now either go to war this way or we use our ship to try and our naval force to try and push further. So once we get the destroyers out, we'll have pretty big attack. I'm thinking Iceland as well. which is a minor settlement, actually. We could obviously go to war with them. It's just risky business, you know. Got to be really careful. Absolutely love it, though, man. I know we haven't really done much with production chains this episode, but trying my hardest to make sure we get everything else done. We're hitting all sorts of new production levels, so it is worth just checking over if there's anything nearby that we kind of want to hit. Hospital is there. I've got to be careful of anything that requires water at this point now, so concrete is going up now. So that is good. How much do we need? 30 concrete and 50 glass. We can only build one. I'm hoping this produces a good amount of water. It should do, because the other water pumps were okay, and then I can turn everything back on. I'm genuinely not sure if us with the fires, I don't think it requires the water, actually. Here we go. Boom. Oh, we don't have enough power. Of course. Right, let me check, because that doesn't seem to be pumping yet. What's the issue? The power substation, 40. This is providing 70. This one's providing 35. There's enough in here. Ah, no road connection. I see you. I didn't build the road. Duh. There we go. Boom. Lovely. How much do we get out of this then? 900. Oh, fantastic. We're back in business, guys. All of our production chains now we should be able to fix. So let's get you back on, and then we'll fix the laborers over here. So let's go ahead and copy some of you. I'm just going to slow it down now. Going to get in a few more of these bad boys. Honestly, tempted to get a key there, but I think we just come along this just to get those guys in. Those high rises there will be enough. So the city is just getting really big, but we're fine. Come back out. Do we have them yet? We do. Let's get our upgrades. So in 10 days, wow, we'll get the destroyer in there though, at least. We'll get you. I think I can reinforce from you once this upgrade is in. I can put the unit inside. So that's really good. I still want to get the farm upgrade in here, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the farm upgrade in Apennine. So that's going to give us the extra grapes. Then Western Europe, this is how you get your developmental, by the way. It's through, it seems through war. So I'm not sure what upgrade I want to put in here. I think lead, so we go mining site. And then Iberia, we can get one in here. So they've got grapes, iron, so we can go mining site again. Reason I'm putting mining sites in because we have so much plywood and there's some pretty good resources in here, so we're going to boost the lead and iron from these two hopefully via mining. Although, hold on, technically it will be classed as factory because lead is a production resource, not a mining resource, so I need to keep that in mind actually. How are you guys doing? I can reinforce you now. And I can reinforce you guys with the rifles. Good. So you're pretty strong now, aren't you? How's Iberia doing? Got 3 guns. I might. Oh, anti-air. No, we're going to go for vehicles at the moment because go for 5 of those. I can move these guys back now. What I'm thinking is we get these in here. I would like to get one. It says 1 unit slot, so that's all we need though over here, right? This squad has the light tanks in. That's very strong. So 73 attack, which is pretty nuts. Now, also, the last thing we want to do is turn these guys back on. So we should be able to get our refinery burning again. Got plenty of bricks now to up our diesel. So diesel amounts were getting pretty low. We should be fine. And then, honestly, coal power plant needs another upgrade. And I'm tempted to get another one in, I think. So we'll get a second coal power plant there. And that should be fine. So we'll see. Yeah, 240 once that coal goes in. We are good. Let's take a look here then. So science 1, we are bumping that up quite nicely. Diplomacy, we're way ahead. And this is looking good. So I can push this up. I mean, if I go to war, like I say, with the top boy, the Persian Lion, although that's risky, I would like to go to war with him. I'm enjoying it though, man. Guys, that is going to be where I end this one out, though. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. If you could hit the thumbs up for me, hopefully we can get into some more complex production chains, but mainly it's been army related at the moment, which has been good and kind of stabilizing. So one of the next ones is we're going to be working on mining up some glass and getting that going as well. But really, as always, drop a little hello in the comments. Really appreciate it. As always, take it easy. I'll catch you in the next one.